Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So before we get into it, yeah, please don't forget to check out my Kickstarter. If you've ever wanted to study tarot with me, you can do so in the new year. You can get a space on that. Spaces are limited, so try and get in as quick as possible. If you want to get a reading at a really great price, or you would like to get one of my moon calendars, which is a full moon calendar or a new moon calendar, or my tarot card calendars, so it's basically like a tarot pull for every single day of the year, and they're split into 6-month pieces, so check those out on the link in the description box below. For our key to the week this week, I know you can't see it very well, but that is the death card actually in this specific deck. In fact, let me change it to one that can be seen. Right. Okay, so what this basically says to me is, as our key to the week this week, it's going to be about an end or a completion, right? This is going to be a culmination. Now we've got a lunar eclipse taking place on right out of the gate on the 30th, which is a culmination, or it's a completion or an end point, right? So this is going to be us being in that energy, and really I kind of feel like the death card is kind of saying to you, what is the end of an era that is coming to a close for you now? Where is it that you are ready to transcend something? Or where is it that you're ready to admit what you really want? And sometimes that's the thing that brings about the most change, by really acknowledging what you actually want at a really deep soul level. Sometimes admitting to yourself that you actually want something is what brings you closer to it. Once you really figure that out, that's when you can welcome it into your life. So for our actions and options this week, we have the Judgment card. I'm very sorry to say. Now, for those of you that have been with me long enough, you know I never shy away from the difficult stuff, and I truly hope that I am wrong about this. I do feel, because the death card is in the key to the week, so I feel like this is going to be either a politician, maybe somebody in a position of power, maybe a celebrity, but I do feel like this week, remember the death card coupled with the Judgment card is always a physical death. This is an actual completion or an ending of some sort. I truly hope that I'm wrong on this front, but it is something that I think you will be hearing about this week. And as I said, I don't feel like it's going to be personal to us. Remember, I have a Leo ascendant, so I'm never happy to predict these things, in fact, for any of the signs, but you know, much less my own. Now, on a personal level, the actions and options, the Judgment card basically says that you are ready for change. You are ready for a big sort of moment. And this week, it could very well be that you make a declaration or a change of some sort. It might be a really big, you know, maybe you reveal a secret to somebody, or maybe you share something about yourself that you've never shared before, or maybe you say to yourself, right, okay, I've been doing this for the longest time and I'm going off in a completely different direction. This could be a really powerful move towards something that you've maybe wanted to do for a long time but didn't have the courage or the guts to go after. Well, this is where you've got that mojo and you are going for it. So there's going to be, I kind of feel like it's going to be some sort of personal end of an era this week, so it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up. For our communications and conversations, we have the Strength card, of course, right? That is literally the energy or the sign of Leo. And this is in your communications, and it's right underneath the death card. This is not only you speaking on the things that you want, it's about you really it's about you really owning those things and having the courage to speak about something that is either challenging for you or difficult for you. It may very well be, and I don't know why, but I get the sense that this is going to have something to do with a family member. So it feels like this week you could be having a very challenging conversation, and it's kind of like, you know what, I've held back or I've bitten my tongue long enough. Now it's time for me to speak, you know, now it's time for me to speak what I really feel. Now it's time for me to speak my truth in some way. So, you know, just be aware that this week, whatever you say is going to have weight, and it looks like you've made a decision to finally divulge something. For the money and materials, we have the Temperance card, right? So look at this. So far, we're 3 for 3. This is going to be a big week for a lot of people. So the Temperance card, when it comes to money, this week could present you with an opportunity to speak in some way. So you might be collaborating with somebody. You might be speaking, like if you do what I do, maybe this week you have, oh yeah, maybe you have a different audience, you know, or maybe you're crossing audiences with somebody. Maybe there's a collaboration that comes through, and this could be really lucrative for you. This could see you, you know, maybe bagging new clients. When it comes to your work as well, for a lot of you, this could be where you are acknowledged for some sort of hard work or challenge that you have overcome, or maybe that you've helped everybody overcome, and it could come in the form of a bonus, maybe some sort of an accolade. With the Temperance card as well, this would be a week where physically you really want to look after your physical health, right? So whatever that looks like for you, if you know there's something that you have that is like a chronic ailment or an issue, this week you might have a flare up, and it's going to come because you're either really busy, or maybe because you're stressed about the, you know, the some of the conversations that are coming up for you at this moment in time. And then for your home and environment, I don't feel like this is environment. I actually feel like this is the familial ties. I kind of feel like this week you might be bought into something where you're, you know, kind of playing piggy in the middle, and you're having to mediate or deliberate between people. This would be a week to kind of stay out of it, if I'm honest. For your love and relations, you have the 7 of Wands. So when it comes to the familial ties, Leo, this is going to be a week where things could get a little bit terse. This could be with a parent, it could be with a sibling, it could be with a parent over a sibling or about a sibling, or maybe you're getting in between, you know, you're having to mediate between two sides of family. Now, it does fall in your love and relations. So for those of you that, obviously something going on today. Moon is conjunct. It's really funny because if you've been following my series of the, no, it's not today, but the moon is coming into a conjunction with Mars. So we talked about this as well. So check out the Loving Lunar series. And excuse me. Yeah, so for some of you as well, this could be you maybe not at odds with a partner, but it could see you having to maybe stand your ground. You know, maybe the partner's sort of bad mouthing somebody in the family, or vice versa, and this is going to see you having to kind of set a boundary or put your foot forward and say, actually, no, you know what, I get that you guys don't get on, or you can't get on, or whatever, but you're not going to trash that person to me. You know, you have your opinions and you have them in your own sort of bubble, so to speak. And your 7 of Wands there as well, it does suggest that when it comes to the familial ties or the connections, this will be a week where you're having to step up. You are having to speak sort of loudly and maybe even get the roar out. You know, Leo is a lion. Rawr. You might have to get the roar out. I'm not saying that you will, but it's definitely a possibility. There's something that you need to say this week, or something that needs to be put straight, and I kind of feel like you'll be the person to do it. For those of you that are single, yeah, 7 of Wands. I mean, you got the Temperance card and the Strength card. This could be a week for fun. It might be a week to keep things light-hearted. Not necessarily seeing a long-term energy, but this is a weekly reading, so, you know, just consider that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.